Just give me a minute. I'll make an announcement.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Mr. Aniruddha Bagchi, and he will speak on the topic biostimulants and organic plant protection from medicinal plant extracts. I now request the speaker to begin.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. I am Aniruddha, co-founder at Aditya Bioinnovation. So instead, let's start with the topic directly. Um, we'll cover around 11 topics today. All are small if it seems very daunting, but so shall we start? Okay.
Yes, sir. Please start.
Okay. So we are going to divide this topic in 11 parts. First is the stress problem, the usual stresses that a plant goes through in the field. Then what are biostimulants? How are they working? What are the categories? And in under which category we are making our products. Then we'll shift the topic towards organic plant protection and botanical pesticides. I haven't listed mine, but I will share my innovations later. Then we'll go through usual botanical sources of the plant protection. What is the mechanism? How are they applied in the field? And what is the current market and regulatory context? And a brief about our company. Okay. So the usually when we see a plant on the field, they are undergoing two types of stress. One is abiotic and second is biotic. So abiotic, such as the extreme heat, extreme cold, drought condition, weather condition, UV radiation, the soil's pH, salinity, the residual fertilizer if applied, like urea, DAP, if there is certain residues in the field, and the heavy metal toxicity arising from the continuous fertilizer and pesticidal use. Up, and there is another angle of biotic stress, like different types of pest attacks, fungal attacks, weeds. Then there is animal which there are grazing animals like nilgai and cows, and certain viral infections that are carried through other insects, other carrier insects. Next. So before we start, what are biostimulants? Basically, biostimulants are those solutions that are that you can mix through various biological raw materials. Like Jeevamrutam is a good example, a very famous example of a biostimulant. Panchgavya is a very famous example of a biostimulant. So compounds or mixtures that are naturally derivated organic substances that promote plant growth and help with the stress tolerance of a plant. FCO Fertilizer Control Order has released a definition in 2021, a substance or microorganism or a mix of both, whose primary function is to enhance physiological process and improve the nutritional efficacy and efficiency of the fertilizer or the nutrient uptake of a plant. So there are basically three modes of action while we use of a biostimulant when applied in the field. One is physiological, biochemical, and anatomical. Anatomical is basically your setting of the fruit, chlorophyll production of the leaf, etc. Biochemical is inhibition of primary and secondary metabolites amino acids, etc. So in physiological, we see that I'm sorry. So in physiological, we see higher production of chlorophyll rate and in product availability of all the micronutrients and macronutrients in a bioavailable form. So to make that available, biostimulants are the best source to either help in uptake of the nutrients or release certain locked nutrients in the soil with heavy dosage of fertilizers and continuous heavy dosage of salt-based fertilizers. Only 10 to 20% a plant can uptake. So to release rest of the nutrition in the plant, we are seeing that there are the soil salinity also gets high. So to release that also, biostimulants are a great solution. And to increase certain hormone levels for horticulture production, that is the best way. So for that also, biostimulants are a great product. So, usually biostimulants, as per their usage, are categorized in five different categories. One is seaweed extracts, or your Kappa figus, Sargassum terrenium, Ascophyllum nodosum comes under seaweed extracts. Then humic and fulvic acids, amino acids and protein hydrolysates, microbial like Pseudomonas, mycorrhiza, trichoderma, etc. And chitosan and silica for basic plant protection or immunity building. So if you want to, let's say, uh, recover your plant from heavy stress, let's say there is some flooding in your field and you want to you want to recover certain part or portion of your plot, then seaweed extracts, amino acids help there. So if you want to enrich your soil and make a proper, revive the organic content and the humus content in the soil, then humic and fulvic acids, along with certain microbial nutritions, are advised for for strengthening your root zone, increasing production of white roots in your soil, in the roots. The microbial inoculants, mycorrhiza, VAM, all are famous, and chitosans and silica for immunity building against biotic stress like insects. So secondary metabolites, this is our major work. This is our major work in which we are doing. So for proper protection and proper development of a plant naturally releases two kinds of metabolites, primary and secondary. For primary metabolites is for essential growth and development. Secondary metabolite is for protecting the plant itself. Just like humans, we use three major nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. We use for our development, for our body physical development, and we take medicines or certain Ayurvedic herbs like ashwagandha, triphala, giloy, etc., for developing immunity against the virus or viral infection, bacterial infection, basically being resistant for fever or other viral infections. Similar role comes for plants also. Secondary metabolite is metabolites are for the defense and further reproduction of the plant defense, adopting from adopting with adopting from physiological stress, we excess heat, excess cold, drought, or flood condition. So these are certain source compounds that are in a that help produce secondary metabolite within the plant, terpenoids, phenolics, and there are almost, I'll say, 50 plus secondary metabolites almost in each plant that help with the production and defense of the plant. So these are basically four major sources of organic plant for organic plant protection. The botanical pesticide usually come from these major four sources. One is one neem is very famous. It's used across India for almost all the pest protection, or mostly in Azadirachta indica, people are now using as an immunity builder in their farms. Then there is pyrethrum chrysanthemum neurotoxin effect. It's very effective. We also use in small doses in our formulations. Then the garlic, chili, ginger extract. So major active compounds in these three are gingiber, eugenol, thymol. So these create a certain repulsion for the insects, and they move away from that pest. It doesn't harm us, but it doesn't leave any heavy metal or pesticide residue, but it creates a certain, I'll say, of certain, the taste of a leaf changes for the sucking pest or any other form of pest, and that's how they get repelled from the plant they are feeding on. And then there are certain essential oils there were fungal for fighting fungal infections like anthracnose and Phytophthora, fusariums, bacterial wields, fusarium wields, etc. So this is the basic action of how botanical pesticides usually act on. Though there are two types. One is building their own defense. So secondary metabolites. So what we do is we create a formulation where the plant can make that secondary metabolite by himself. So there are certain contents missing from the plant that we formulate and then spray, so that the plant makes that in the plant makes it on its own, and then have a certain defense system of their own. The second, if let's say the farmer is applying our solutions in contact form, then we have for borers especially, it acts directly on the nervous system of the insect. And there are certain, and third one is through odors. So odors, or changing the taste characteristic of the plant, through which then the thrips or certain insect don't come on the plant and eat it up. So we have so all the biostimulants and can be applied all through all the three famous methods of application: foliar, drench, and seed treatment, and in through drip also. So I think this is not much relevant. So earlier, the government of agriculture department did not recognize biostimulants. In 2021, it made a mandate in the fertilizer control order, and that's how biostimulants came in regulation, and increased farmer trust through that. A brief about our organization. So we are developers and formulators and manufacturers of biostimulants and certain organic plant protectors for in sucking pest, um, white flies, thrips, borers. We have a wide spectrum products in that. Fungal, we have a pretty good wide spectrum product in that. Yeah. So this is a takeaway. Thank you. Any questions you have?
Yes, sir. Sir, you can even still more give introduction about your company and your products also.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't hear you properly. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, you wanted to give intro about your products. Now you can do it.
Okay.
Another 5 to 10 minutes.
I'll,
Okay. Later, I will take up questions.
sure. I have another PPT for that. 1 second.
Yeah. 10 to 15 minutes you can do, sir. Later, I'll take up questions. Okay.
No. Oh, no problem. Yeah, is the PPT visible?
Yeah, it's visible. You
Okay,
can
I
proceed.
will. So this is our armor range. We have around 7 products, both in the nutrition as well as protection range. Our aim basically, our raw materials is basic are plant extracts and certain essential oils. And earlier we used to make our own formulation, but last year, government revised revised the fertilizer control order again and have standardized the formulations. So we have developed our own formulation, inserted our own formulation in the given formulation of the FCO. This is our hit product. This is Thema Immunity Builder for sucking pests, all kinds of sucking pests, thrips, aphids, whitefly, jacinths, mites. So this is a broad spectrum product for that. And menthol, thymol, and thujol are the major marker compounds in that. And that's we recommend it on chili, capsicum, cotton, tomato, pomegranate, mango. These crops are mostly affected with these sucking pests. This is our Nivaran immunity builder is for fungus, all types of fungus, all fusarium wilts, Alternia solani, apple scab, your Phytophthora, anthracnose, and when another I'm not remembering the name of the pomegranate fungus. It's quite famous in the pomegranate belt, and it's a very good. We most of our customers are ginger farmers and citrus farmers, where Phytophthora and fusarium is a very big problem, and bacterial blight is also a big problem. So that's where it goes. And in certain root stem rots, also root rots, stem rots, etc. There also, this is a very useful product. And this is for all types of borers. We have blended this with Athoda Vasica 2%. That is the standard for FCO formulation. Athoda Vasica is naturally in the Vasicin in Athoda Vasica is a natural pest repellent, natural insecticide for borers, stem borer, and all kinds of borers. So we mostly paddy farmers take this from us, paddy and brinjal farmers, where there is where even the pesticides are getting resistant, coragen is getting resistant. So there our borer formula is acting very good. If coupled with imamectin, then it's giving wonderful results, but we don't recommend that. Farmers try that on their own. If the attack is quite severe, we increase the dosage, we increase the number of sprays. Then this is our ACE product it's an antiviral product. The pesticide, there is almost no solution in the chemical pesticide, effective solution, effective chemical pesticides for antivirals. So we have all the incidentally most of the antiviral immunity builders that we take, like giloy and ashwagandha, and another herb, euphorbium. We have put in this some of we have put some of this in Tam Rakshak, and it's giving excellent results. And this is our crop nutrition range. So these are not like other crop nutritions where NPK formula is defined and there is a certain micronutrient like zinc or copper in a certain ratio. What we have done is all the 15 macro and micronutrients that are required, we have put in a single bottle. Um, we have mixed certain herbs that are certain plant extracts that are rich. So, for example, ricinus. Ricinus is rich in nitrogenous compounds, and so we have mixed certain. We have done that, concocted all those plant extracts in one and given it in a bottle. And soil up is a salinity corrector. Like I talked before, the nutrition and the nutrition that stays in the soil, the fertilizer that stays in the soil and increases the salinity and of the soil. We one drip line of this, and it helps in the uptake of the nutrition. Helps the increases the nutrition NUE value of the fertilizer, basically. Yeah. And these are certain testimonials that I have. And these are all through our products. None of what the product protocol that is mentioned, only that is used. And these are certain university field trials done on products. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Any doubts or questions, ma'am?
Okay, I'll move on to the question, sir. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen?
Sure.
Okay. The first question is, which plant components or secondary one second, sir.
Sorry.
Which plant compounds or secondary metabolites are most important for stimulating plant growth and natural defense?
See, so that is not a proper list. It depends on the
But my
basic.
question.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, please proceed.
So that depends on the problem that which we are tackling. For example, if we are going for on a chili farm and it's there are heavy thrips attack, then eugenol is a major active compound which helps with the development of that secondary metabolite. So the depends on the which problem we are. For fruit borers, it's different. For thrips, it's different. For fungus, it's different. So there is not a defined list of which secondary metabolites are important and plant extracts are important. So we initially in our trials also we used single compounds, but that didn't give a much better result. And then we realized that mixing of different plant extracts has a much better output in terms of efficacy. And that's how we come to the conclusion that a single like azarectin, spraying azaractin won't be enough to tackle that, since the biotic load or the insecticide stress on the plant is also getting higher these days. So that we realize that mixing plant extracts is a much better solution rather than giving out a single prescription of let's say go for azaractin and ricinus. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, I'll move on to the. At which crop growth stages do you recommend applying botanical biostimulants for maximum benefit?
Okay. For maximum benefit, see, right after transplantation, if we go for humic acid between 0 to 30 days till 40 days, then the vegetative growth of the plant enhances, and the soil also, soil, the soil efficiency also improves. The humus content of the soil also improves, the porosity improves, and after that, so depending on the crop also, let's say we majorly work with chili and citrus, since I'm from Nagpur, so chili and citrus is major crops here. So we recommend right after transplantation of 10 days 15 days, you drench you drench biostimulants, you will get a more stronger plant on day 30, right when it starts giving light, right when it starts leafing, you know. So right after, or if you go for seed treatment is also recommended before sowing. Overnight seed treatment is also recommended for better results, for increasing your germination count. Even a 10% or a 20% increase in germination count directly results in more plants for the farmer. So seed treatment is recommended, during transplantation is recommended, and continuous use of biostimulants is recommended for a healthier soil also, because it's a holistic development. By use of biostimulants, even with chemical fertilizer, it's a holistic development. You not only protect your plants, but you get a better leaf quality also, chlorophyll production increases. So those are also benefits of those benefits are also there.
Okay. How quickly can farmers expect to see visible results after applying a botanical biostimulants?
Okay. See, it depends. Again, this all depends on the agroclimatic zone and condition. So, with our protection products, we say give it 72 hours. So, 48 to 72 hours is the ideal time frame in which a farmer can see results. If the plant uptake is good, then 24 hours also. But uh, considering the agroclimatic zone, a usual recommendation is 48 to 72 hours.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question. How quickly can yeah, I finished it. How should farmers evaluate whether a biostimulant is actually working through yield, quality, root development, nutrient uptake, or other parameters?
How should they evaluate whether the biostimulant is working?
Yeah,
Is that
whether
the
it is through yield, quality, root
Yes,
development,
yield
nutrient
quality, root development.
uptake, or other parameters?
See, yield quality, root development, and if possible, the farmer can also do the soil test before and after to see if the biostimulant is properly working or not. But visible indicators would be yield quality and root development. White root development is major. And also the farmer can see it through the chlorophyll change also. There is a certain change in after 3 to 4 days of using our nutrition. The farmer notices a certain shine in the plant or a certain wilder, like you see in the forests, there is a certain different shade of green in their plants. So we have seen that with farmers that they see a certain change in chlorophyll uh, pigmentation. So that through that also they can assess whether their input, biological input, is properly working or not.
Okay. Why are medicinal plants particularly useful for developing organic plant protection products?
Okay. So I can give you this from our experience. Medicine. So how we started. My father is the main formulator of our products, and he got where he his erstwhile company where he was working. He got a project of developing plant protectors through a plant, basically organic plant protectors. They didn't want to use chemical pesticides, and they were having a lot of options for nutrition, but nothing for protection. So after reading, we found out that a lot of medicinal herbs and medicinal plants have the available secondary metabolites that are required, uh, have that you know have that those alkaloids and terpenoids present in them that are beneficial and help in development of secondary metabolites in the plant faster. So that's actually it's totally anecdotal. Uh, our experience is totally anecdotal. I can't give a specific reason on why medicinal plants are used for plant protection.
Okay. Yes, sir. Do different botanical extracts work through different mechanisms, such as repelling pest and activating plant defense?
Sorry.
Does different botanical extracts work through different mechanisms, such as repelling pests or
Yes. Different botanical extracts have their different mechanisms, and that's where our research came. That's where our research comes of mixing which botanical extract in what ratio, so that it gives a certain result. So that's why we use per product, we use almost 10 to 12 botanical extracts you for a particular, because we don't have the control of where our product is going to be used, in which agroclimatic zone is the product going. So we have to match accordingly which herb should we put more or less. Suppose it's going in the Marathwada region, dry region, then we increase a certain percentage, or rather we keep it stable. For we have certain ratios in which to limit that activity of the certain botanical extract.
okay. Sir, what are the most common mistakes farmers make while applying botanical plant protection products?
For common mistakes is number one, dosage. Dosage is a very big mistake. Farmer thinks that what would happen on a, 10 ml, 15 ml dose per 20 per pump, or 50 ml dose per pump. So to increase so they think more, if we put in more or we go above the recommended dosage, then pests would fly out quickly, but that can also lead to scorching of the plant. So if we also, with a heavy dosage, if we induce more metabolites, then the plant might scorch. And we have had that experience. So the first thing is, dosage is a very big the first and I think the only mistake that the farmer makes. Otherwise, there are where if you have a good if you have a good quality plant protector, biological plant protector, then you might not go wrong. If it's mixed with a pesticide like other, if it's adulterated, then there is no guarantee. But if the quality is good, then dosage, the farmer should use the product with the recommended dosage.
Okay. Can the same botanical formulations be used across different crops, or should formulations be different for different crops and pest specific?
No, no, no. The formulations, all these, same formulation can be used across crops. Uh, we have a certain restriction in the label claim to put the recommended crops, but the same extract can be used across all crops. Yes. Same formulations can be used across all crops.
Okay. How can farmers distinguish a scientifically validated botanical product from the products making only organic or natural claims?
Um, so that is one thing. If I may repeat the question, so you're asking how can a farmer distinguish?
Between scientifically validated botanical product from the products making only organic or natural claims.
Okay, 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 okay. So that completely depends on the usage and the farmer has to simply use and check. That's the only thing I can say. And apart from that, if the company who is supplying that educates enough on the scientific validity of the product, then that's also a way a farmer can assess properly. So I'll say that the farmer should check out on his own on the fields like properly, and then see the validity.
Okay. I'll move on to the next question, sir. Sir, what are the biggest scientific challenges in converting traditional knowledge about medicinal plants into standardized agricultural products?
Um, could you explain it? Like I didn't get the question.
Okay. So they're asking what is the biggest scientific challenge, like if faced by you in converting traditional knowledge about medicinal plants into standardized agricultural products?
Okay. Biggest challenge, in my opinion, like so there are certain researches available, but as such, we didn't face any challenge per se in debunking the scientific claim and all.
Okay. Could you briefly tell us how Aditya Bioinnovation started and what inspired you to focus on medicinal plant-based agricultural inputs?
Sure. So we started our this organization in 2017, and actually, my father started it in 2017 with that small project of developing a plant protection solution, but completely organic. That's how we started, and with as we went on with found this gap of organic plant protection solutions in the agricultural market also. So we a lot of a lot of industrial helpers in my father's office. He basically has a power plant background. So the helpers in this power plant asked that can you cure this pest or this disease? Cotton is a major crop in Vidarbh region, so pink bollworm was a big problem. Nowadays it's not. Since one last 1 year, pink bollworm is not a big problem here. So they asked if you could develop something for us for the pink bollworm, because the chemical pesticides are getting resistant uh, even after BG4, BG3 seeds and the expensive chemical pesticides. Pink bollworm is almost eating half of their yields. So seeing that, he started developing, and we after a lot of trials, we finally developed one product, and got rid of the pink bollworm. That's where the eureka bulb led, and slowly, as more and more farm problems we started developing on those, and started developing formulations. By COVID, we had a good ready to go product in the market, but because of COVID, we didn't launch it then. And slowly and steadily, we started gathering more and more pests, and strengthened our formulations. And that's when we are sitting here across. Our products go across more than 10 states, and in Maharashtra, we are uh, majorly selling, and rest of the states we do bulk selling. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take up one more question. What has been the biggest challenge in commercializing botanical agricultural products in India? Farmer awareness, regulatory requirements, pricing, or distribution?
Regulatory requirement was a very big challenge till last year, but since the government of India standardized the formulations, it's not a big challenge anymore. Uh, Farmer awareness also, since government of India is taking up the nano urea project, and selling of biostimulants very seriously. They are also making aware about the use of biostimulants and other plant growth regulators in various states. And nano urea awareness has helped us also in claiming results. Pricing and distribution, yes, these are still two major challenges that we are also facing right now. But yes, pricing and distribution are a challenge, for any new entrant, that would be a challenge. But if you prove your results in the field, then nothing like it. Then it's not that big of a challenge. You should properly and have that integrity of not adulterating your products. Then you are good to go.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we would like to thank Mr. Aniruddha Bagchi for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, sir.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me again.
It's a pleasure, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.